What's good, everyone? This is your boy DJ's Raw Uncut Truth. Give you that raw content that you deservedly need. And as you can tell, it's the first time your boy DJ has finally done StreamYard. I got it all set up. Um, I'm excited about this. And I'm only going to do this today for a short time. But what I'm going to talk about is your boy, LaMelo Ball. Throughout the media and shines alike, there have been a lot of, let's say, criticism and a lot of unwanted criticism, that is. But that's the good thing about my show. My show provides facts, it provides truth to the unheard, and everyone wants to know what's going on. Nobody wants to be lied to. So shout out to everyone in the chat. And I hope you all are having a good day as well. But when I was looking at that interview, man, all the haters should look at the interview, by the way. All of his teammates were championing him on, saying how he's a leader, saying that he has high basketball IQ, that he's very helpful, that he listens to his coaches, he doesn't talk back. This is what they're saying. And for people like Ricky G and plenty of old heads to disrespect LaMelo Ball, to tell him and his fans that he's weak, that he's going to get pumped in the first game, is false. I've been watching LaMelo Ball play on like TV or streaming sites. I've never, not one time, seen LaMelo Ball get punked by anybody. All Ball brothers are different. LaMelo and Lonzo are two different players and prospects with different games. Even though both can pass, Lonzo would rather pass the whole time. Where LaMelo, he can pass, but he's balanced. I got Big Spell one in the building. He said the haters are mad. Yeah, the haters are mad. They can't, accept the fact that LaMelo Ball is a 19-year-old that's still growing, still learning, and getting the concepts. He's going to be a better player. And this is with a shortened training camp. I seen a play today that was jaw-dropping, and this was just practice. So LaMelo's on a break. He's cut off by, I think, Cody Martin, who's a good defender, scrappy defender. So LaMelo, with his high IQ, threw the ball just up and effective for Miles Bridges to slam it. That's the player LaMelo Ball is. He's crafty. And just like Luka, I'm not saying he's Luka Doncic, so I don't need any shines to overreact. But you know how Luka can just find a way to make any play happen when it's not there? LaMelo has that same ability. Big Spell One says they act like LaMelo is this cocky player that needs to be humble. Yeah, that's a false narrative. LaMelo has been humbled his whole life. He had a life different than most teenagers. Matter of fact, if anybody was in LaMelo in his shoes, I don't think they would survive. It's nothing against any other prospect, but a lot of rookies, a lot of young men would have trouble We got DKM in the building. Shout out to DKM. Congratulations, my brother, on 130,000 subs. Big dog salute to DKM. Also, anybody in the chat, can y'all do this one favor? Let everybody know that I'm live. Let everybody know that I'm live right now. And also, shout out to DKM for helping me get this StreamYard set up. I hope you all enjoy it. And the next day, I'm definitely going to have all of the subs join the panel, well, most of the subs, so we can have a more engaging conversation. But back to LaMelo Ball. His teammates love him. But if you go on social media and you just type LaMelo Ball, you see a privileged hater making up shit, talking about LaMelo Ball will not make it. Is going to get manhandled. He's too weak. He's not fast enough. But each day you keep seeing a practice of LaMelo Ball performing, excelling. This is what he's doing. That's why I say you got to pay attention to the clips that are being posted, the interviews. And the one thing about James Borrego, the head coach of the Hornets, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's never sugarcoated a damn thing. For what I've known, the Hornets are a scrappy team. Last year, the Hornets had, I think, an NBA ranked last place roster. They were able to get the 9th or 10th seed with a last place roster. They were projected to win only 13 games. The Hornets won, well, I think it was like 27, 29 games. Can you imagine what he could do with LaMelo Ball? And they got shooters as well. The Hornets are a lot better than what people think they are. Devontae Graham, shooter. Gordon Hayward, shooter. PJ Washington, power forward who could shoot. And then you got a bunch of wings, Miles Bridges. A lot of players. But if you listen to the media, you will act like the Hornets have a weak team with a bunch of scrubs. That's not even true at all. Devin Fuller says, you see LaMelo blow that layup, man? Nah, he going to be straight. Though at least it wasn't a two-handed layup. Yeah, man, I was just about to get on that. When LaMelo missed that layup, I'm like, come on, man. But the one thing about LaMelo in games, you don't have to worry about that. I'm just saying the mentality. I'm sure he missed layups in practice. I'm just glad he ain't doing, like you said, the two-handed layup bullshit that Lonzo be doing. Yeah, you don't have to be seeing that. you don't have to see that. He had perfect form and everything. You don't have to worry about him not excelling on transition. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share with a friend. Moneybags Lawson said LaMelo gonna get a restraining order on Ball. What that mean? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, y'all make sure y'all stop all that trolling, man. Come on, man. It's too late for that. Chris says, it's better they underestimate him. True. I want them to think that LaMelo's not good. Because when he performs and put up those numbers, I don't want them crawling back and saying, I knew LaMelo would be great when they never said it. Who did it this time says inner strength, mental, and physical. That's what it's all about. I've seen so many buff players. They're all strong. They got the physique, look like a Greek goddess. Get manhandled on the court or the football field. The mental mind is the strongest part of your body because your mind can convince you to overcome obstacles that you would never thought it was possible. That's that ruling class mentality I always tell you guys about. And I'm just looking at LaMelo Ball's body language. He seems like a player who loves to play. He loves the game of basketball. It's like a joy. It's not lazy. You don't have any. He's not rapping on the side. He don't got any other extracurricular activities. He's all basketball. He's all hoops. Devin Fuller says that lob to Miles Bridges was clean. I can't wait when this first preseason game. His first preseason game, I believe, is on the 12th. Anybody in the chat, if I'm wrong, let me know. But I thought I saw the 12th. Big Spell 1 says they're going to keep moving the goalposts every time LaMelo succeeds in the NBA. So true. Expected. I said a couple videos ago, LaMelo Ball will be the most nitpicked player in the NBA. See, a person like me with common sense, I've stated before the season start, expect LaMelo to have rookie mistakes like everybody else. But everybody else won't see it like that. At all. So that tells you who's the type of people talking about basketball. Chris says they already backtracking. A lot of guys was saying we'd go late second round and not even drafted. Heat. Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. Yeah, I remember that. I remember people were saying LaMelo wouldn't get drafted or LaMelo be drafted 32nd overall. You know, the funny part is everyone's acting like that was never said. They're moving the goalposts every single time, man. They're on social media. Oh, we've never said that. But they retweeted and liked every commentator and hater that's been dogging LaMelo since he was a teenager. I really feel like people are obsessed with hating on the Ball family. It's very, like, I look at them and say, they don't have anything better to do than to hate on a young brother. You know, they ain't trying to grow their businesses, or they rather wake up in the morning and see what they hate on. But this is the life that LaMelo chose. That's why he doesn't care. You could tell he doesn't care what a hater says about him. He's smiling. He's wearing grills. He's wearing top-notch jewelry. He's with the baddest chicks. He's practicing hard. His teammates love him. You think he gives a damn what some lowlight have to say about LaMelo Ball when he has teammates backing him up? Every day on social media, you see his teammates showing him love. I saw an Instagram story of Miles Bridges talking about how special LaMelo Ball is, how his passes are so easy for him. Look how much his teammates love playing with him. Devontae Graham, he's getting good looks with his three-point shooting. Terry Rozier, and this is a person that, you know, he probably could get traded. You never know. Terry Rozier has been talking about how he appreciates LaMelo. How LaMelo, even though he could score, he's selfless, meaning he's all about the team. When LaMelo doesn't know anything, he's not afraid to ask his teammates advice. This is what his teammates said. But if you listen to First Take, Undisputed, and many other whack job sports sites, they'll tell you that LaMelo's the worst kid on earth, that he has no talent, that he's just like his brother Lonzo. Here's the funny part. I'm going to put y'all on game. Remember when they said that LaMelo Ball would be better than Lonzo? So Lonzo averages 12, 7, 7, right? But now they're questioning if LaMelo could score 18 points or 16 points per game. I'm like, wait a minute. You guys just said that he's better than Lonzo to diss Lonzo. Now you're trying to diss him. So which one is it? And speaking of Lonzo Ball, I think he's going to go off this year. I really do. But that's another topic for a different day. We're talking about LaMelo in this video. But yeah, I'm looking at the comments, man. Y'all on fire, bro. Shout out to the comments. Make sure you like, share this content. Tell everybody that I'm live on Twitter, Instagram. Show the link out. Show some love to your boy. Who did it says, outside of Larry Allen, I ain't never seen the strongest player on the team be the best. The hardest work is for the most mentally ferocious player will be the best. So true. The mentally ferocious player is always the best. Michael Jordan wasn't the biggest on this team. He was tall, but he wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the strongest. But what Michael Jordan had was mentally strong, man. Michael Jordan was that dog amongst dogs. He wanted to destroy his opponent. And that's why he's the best player of all time. A lot of people say LeBron. Shout out to LeBron. I ain't hating on LeBron. I just think that Michael Jordan's the best player of all time. Big Spell once said, get them likes up. Show enough. Get those likes up, man. Yeah. Get them likes up. Big Spell once says, I get mad when some so-called pro-black YouTubers hate on the Ball family. I can't watch their channels anymore. So true, brother. How can you be pro-black when you're hating on black success? See, they want black people to be a certain way. They want us to be docile, soft-spoken. But they got to realize every black person is different. This is the same thing of them dissing brothers who are intelligent. Black folks who have a ruling class mentality say, well, they're too nerdy. But they're the ones with the Benz. They're the ones with the nice house, family. This is the same way. Now they dissing the Ball family, but I thought they wanted black excellence. All Ball brothers playing in the NBA, that's excellence. Shower Johnson says Lonzo doesn't take care of his body. He's going to keep getting injured. Well, he's with Clutch, so you don't have to worry about that. Clutch got him right. I'm being real. I'm not just making excuses for Lonzo. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. Clutch has Lonzo on the right track. He's bigger. He's faster. I mean, he looked like he put on pounds. Chris says, on the side note, Puma have been lacking on LaMelo shoes. He should already have them. Training camp, what are they doing? Well, Puma could do what they do. Puma gave him a check, $100 million check. And if I'm LaMelo, I'm not worried about it. Those shoes will come in on time. Puma gave him some good shoes right now to play in. They look great. They got good ankle support. I like it that it's not too low or too high. So that's a plus. The shoes will come in time. As long as you get that bag. Speaking of that bag, I saw a lot of people hating on LaMelo Ball for having a grill. And they talking about he don't need to be spinning like that already. This kid was a millionaire before he even hit the NBA. And now Shines are talking about he don't need to be flossing. Shoot. If I was in this position, I would have had 7 grills a week. Red, black, blue. They look at me crazy. Shoot. They would have thought I was super arrogant. I would have been talking way. LaMelo's a lot nicer than what I would have been. All these haters he got. But the good thing about LaMelo Ball, he don't take no shit on that court. Now, I'm trying to tell y'all now, because if somebody try to run up on him, it's not going to be a pretty sight because LaMelo got them hands. Don't take my word from it. I'm just a fan. But I dare someone to do what they try to do with Lonzo his rookie year. It's not going to work. And anybody in the comment section know what I'm talking about because they actually seen LaMelo play. Shara Johnson says Jordan is the best player of his time, not all time. So you saying he better than Kareem or Wilt? I'm just judging off what I see, sister. Um, that's just my own opinion. I didn't really see Kareem and all those players, and I only saw Jordan at the end of his career. So, like 98, end of his career, 2001, 2002 with the Wizards. And to me, I just thought Michael Jordan was the baddest one around. But I don't get mad when people say Kareem was the greatest of all time. My father always believed Kareem was the greatest of all time, and I never dispute that with anyone. Let me see. Who did it this time says, I said it before on one of your videos. If the media sees MJ and LeVar talking, listen, there will be so much speculation. However, we will want to see unity in the true village helping LaMelo. Yeah, Michael Jordan, for people to say that Michael Jordan's going to make LaMelo's life hard and stuff, that's not true at all. I remember one video, LaMelo Ball was talking with the media, and he said every chance he gets, he FaceTimes Michael Jordan. So LaMelo's doing something right. I really believe that Michael Jordan likes this kid, LaMelo. He likes his work ethic. He likes the fact that he's a great learner. He doesn't act like he's better than everybody. That's why his teammates respect him. You keep hearing his teammates say it all the time. He's just so humble. He listens. He thinks about the team and only the team. This is what they're saying. This is not what I'm saying. This is what his teammates are saying. This is what his coach, James Borrego's saying. And James Borrego, man, I remember when the Hornets played the Lakers last year. He's a fire coach. James Borrego is a tough coach. He comes from that Popovich coaching tree, and he's very underrated. He has done more with less than anybody in the NBA. It's not even close. I said it earlier in this video. The Hornets last year should have only won 13 to 15 games. I don't know how they won 20 plus games, but they outworked people. Who did it this time? Said only if you boule, brother. Oh yeah, we don't trust the boule, man. If y'all don't know who the boule is, you better do some research. We do not trust the boule. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want them messing up my channel. Vortex says he's replying to Shara Johnson. Says Lonzo was healthy this season. What are you talking about? Yeah, Lonzo is healthy this season. We got to see what happens first before we can speculate. But so far, this is the healthiest Lonzo has been, and this is his first off season. So if Lonzo would have had a long off season his rookie year and sophomore year, he would have had a better NBA career. He would have probably averaged 14 points and 10 assists easily. But that's why I tell people all the time, look at the rookie's history. Look at the rookie's situation before we judge him. You mean to tell me if Lonzo was healthy and he had a full off season, he wouldn't be better than what he is now? No one can tell me that. He said, what's good, bro? You think Zion going to have a more explosive year since he slimmed up? Yeah, I think Zion's going to be very explosive. I seen a video when he did that little alley-oop. His jump is quicker. Now, they need to show more videos, but what I've seen, I'm with Zion so far. Very slim down. Perfect weight. And I'm telling you right now, before people jump on his bandwagon, a slim down Zion is dangerous. I mean, he's pretty much unguardable when he's in shape. He averaged 20 plus points, like 23 points. This is Zion, by the way. Zion averaged 23 points out of shape. Marcus Gibson in the house. He said, yo, yo, yo. My dog, Big Spell once said LaMelo was wearing real jewelry at 16. Yeah, but they act like he ain't never had no money. This kid been having money since he was, couldn't even drive. Before, when he was 14 years old, he had diamond earrings, gold chains as a 14-year-old. and they want to trip about him wearing a grill? Please. Dang, the comment section rolling. Shar Johnson says, sure, the season hasn't started, and last season was cut short. Yeah, there's still much to be seen from Lonzo, but hopefully he rises above the hate and prove these haters wrong. And I can't wait to see Lonzo play LaMelo. I'm telling you now, that's going to be LaMelo's toughest game. Lonzo's a top 10 defender. And also, LaMelo Ball is someone who just, competes. So even if Lonzo holds LaMelo to his worst number, will LaMelo still have more points than Lonzo? That could happen. But you look at LaMelo's numbers against Lonzo, you'd be like, man, Lonzo slowed him down. But he could still lead and outscore unless Lonzo has a better offensive output. We'll see what happens. Vortex says, don't matter. Lonzo played good amount of games. We'll see what happens, man. Vortex says, LaMelo pieced the Euro dude. Man, they forgot, man. They forgot. Man, it got so bad that LeVar literally had to tell LaMelo to stop being rough on teammates. This is how much of a dog LaMelo is. They just think he's a light-skinned dude with a good smile. I'm telling you, he would two-piece someone. Don't take my word for it. Marcus Gibbons says, Lonzo going off next year. I have a good feeling about Lonzo. I think his confidence is rising, that he's just tired of the hate he receives. You can tell he's fed up, man. And he going out. I'm telling you. I'm saying it before everybody else. I think Lonzo will average 16, 10, and 7. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'll live with that. But that's just what I think. Vortex says, I got Lonzo winning most improved. We'll see, bro. I hope he wins that. Gerald Sakar in the building. Shout out to my boy. Got a podcast out. Check it out. Follow my Twitter channel. I'll be retweeting this stuff. Breaking Barriers. Shout out to Breaking Barriers podcast. He says, turn me up, DJ. Already, man. On my channel, I support everybody, man. I don't care if you got a different channel. I don't care if you talk about the same stuff I talk about. We all eat, man. This is like a family. This is YouTube family. So shout out to my dog, Gerald Sakar. And go check out his Breaking Barrier podcast. I'm telling you, he knows his basketball. He coached. He played. Shout out to a real one. Vortex says he definitely averaging 14 and 10 this year. Oh, yeah. Maybe 16. Well, that could happen. The legend CJ in the building. He says, you think Lonzo will sign with Charlotte next season free agency? Maybe. You never know. If Lonzo balls out this year for the Pelicans and he wants to play with his brother LaMelo, don't roll anything out. But the Hornets have great guards. No matter what you say about Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham, they could ball, man. They put up numbers. Terry Rozier may not be perfect at times, but he's a dog. And if you've seen him at the Celtics, you know what I'm talking about. He's a dog, man. Terry Rozier can close, too. He has that great closing ability. I know they drafted LaMelo, but you can't count out the talent that the Hornets have. This is why I'm excited to see the Hornets. They got a bunch of dogs, man. And I didn't even start with Vernon Carey. They got him, they're going to have him off the bench. Would it surprise me that Vernon Carey, a slim down Vernon Carey, later in the season wins the starting spot? Wouldn't surprise me at all. And I'm a North Carolina basketball fan, so it pains me to say that. Vortex says, imagine Zion in shape. My God. Oh, they don't want to see that. Zion in shape is over, man. It's over. kiss the kids, kiss the wife. It's over. Zion in shape. He's gonna ruin some teams. I'm saying, y'all don't realize, man. If you have a player like Zion last year that averaged 23 points and almost had double-digit rebounds, out of shape, that was the reason why he's playing bad defense. When he was at Duke, Zion never played bad defense. He was a great help defender. He was everywhere. He come to the Pelicans. He out of shape. Of course, you're not gonna play good defense if you're out of shape. Watch what Zion do. I don't need to say anything. When that first game comes in, not preseason, because I think they're gonna take it a little easy. But when that first game arrives against the Heat, you'll see. Vortex says a Bulls fan said Zach LaVine is better than Lonzo. LOL. Zach LaVine is a better scorer than Lonzo, but Lonzo's a better at everything else. Yeah, Zach LaVine averages low 20s, but he only has 4 assists and 4 rebounds per game. There's nothing against Zach LaVine. If they say that Zach LaVine's better because he scores more, okay, that's their prerogative. But they can't say that Zach LaVine is an overall better player. That's disingenuous. And I know people hate Lonzo, but we got to be honest. Zach LaVine is a talented player. He's explosive. He can handle better than Lonzo. We get all that. But being real, Zach LaVine is just a better scorer than him. That's it. Trust me, if he could do more than just scoring, the Bulls would have been in the playoffs last year. Red in the house, he says, I'm hoping my Hornets make the AFC. PJ Washington better go off this season. He's got a baddie as his girl, though, Brittany Renner. Yeah, luckily, Brittany Renner, it seems like she want to make this right. She don't want to mess this up with PJ Washington because she is a little older than him. So she playing her cards right. It's a lot better than what Larsa Pippen's doing. See, I'm fair. Even if a girl has a pass, if she's learned from that pass, then I give her some leeway. But I would still say the PJ Washington, make sure everything, keep your eyes open. But she hasn't been a distracting. So shout out to PJ Washington. He from Texas. My boy Gerald Zakar says Melo is an ankle bully CEO. He been like that for a minute. He about to go crazy this season. His passing ability just different. His poise for the game. You better talk to him, Gerald. You better talk to him, Gerald. Stop comparing I'm trying to tell these people, stop comparing all Ball brothers. LaMelo Ball is built from a different ilk. Now, we're rooting for Lonzo and Jello, but I'm just saying I've seen every single adverse situation that LaMelo has faced, and he rose to the occasion. Even when his team is losing, you will see LaMelo keep swinging. I tell you one thing, they keep talking about shooting stats. Do you know the last 5 games, LaMelo Ball shot mid-30s in the three-point percentage because his teammates actually was making shots for once, and the big man late in the season was actually catching the ball instead of fumbling it early in the season. See, LaMelo's like this. If he sees his teammates fumbling the ball, not scoring, not doing anything, he's going to take dumb shots. But if he sees his teammates like the Hornets, they got shooters, people that can run in transition, smart players, he's going to feed them the ball, and he's only going to take a shot when it's a good percentage shot. That's the difference. Plus, he attacks the basket. So that's the difference between, knowing LaMelo's game by the media's perspective and watching film. These people at ESPN and everything else, they don't watch film like they say they do. They get everything on YouTube, and they heard this person say this, and they look just enough film, and they say they can use that talking point. That's what they do. Shara Johnson says, I don't hate him. I don't see his game like everyone else talking about since UCLA. I got to give you credit, sister. even though you don't see Lonzo becoming a great player, you've been respectful, you've been genuine, and I don't mind when people disagree. It's when they just make up stuff, to seem like it's true when it's not. So I respect you for holding a civil conversation in a disagreement. You're always welcome to this channel. This channel's for everybody. If you agree or disagree, we don't want people that's tuned into this channel to always agree. If that's the case, it wouldn't be fun. Daniel Sims, he says, just got in the building. My dog. Now, here's the thing about Daniel Sims. Daniel Sims disagrees with me all the time. But we always have a great conversation because he's not emotional and he thinks for himself and he's always respectful. I could talk with anyone, agree or disagree, if they're respectful. So shout out to Daniel Sims. Docs says, shout out Lods from Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines, man. The Philippines show me love, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It's all love over here. I just got a notification. Scotty Barnes from Florida State just hit a game winner. That 2021 class is special. It's going to be special, man. Red says Devontae Graham's the most underrated guard in the NBA. Oh, that's so true. Oh, you about to see him light it up. I still think that Devontae Graham is going to be the leading scorer. Now, I think LaMelo Ball is going to score enough points and have a lot of assists, but we can't have Shines just saying, oh, LaMelo Ball is going to score 20-plus points, he's going to be the leading scorer. No. It's probably going to be Devontae Graham and Gordon Hayward. Because Gordon Hayward scored almost 18 points per game being the fourth option. Since he's going to most likely be the first option, he's going to score in the low 20s or mid 20s. I guarantee it. In the East, for sure. Cheryl Johnson says some of these male YouTubers don't know basketball, get mad and mute me because I know more than them. One of them is the guy you don't like. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Sister, just remember one thing. You don't have to worry about shines on this channel. You can speak your mind. I don't agree with muting people, especially sisters who are not emasculating brothers. You've been very respectful to me and to everyone in this chat. So, yeah, we're not going to be doing that. The only time I mute someone, you got to say something egregious. You got to be like rude as heck for me to mute you or block you. So I'm not going to be like the other guy. We know who you're talking about. I call him the usual suspect. Daniel Sims says, are you still making a video on what you think about rosters, the Hornets, Pelicans, if they will reach the playoffs? I may do a video on that. I got to do my research. But once I do my research, I'm going to make a video on that. Cheryl Johnson says, Zion is a in-shape young Barkley. Yes, especially when he's in shape. Carter Knutson, shout out to Carter Knutson. He says, wait until Antetokounmpo gets that KD shot. If the Greek freak gets that shot like KD, it's over. I'm saying it now, it's over. Good luck defending it. Giannis is like a big KD that can't shoot. So if he could just shoot even normal, that's unguardable. Man, Red a fool. Red says older women are high-key baddies. They know how to cook, make you happy, clean for you. Haha. When I was 18, I hooked up with a 30-year-old woman on Tinder, and she treated me right. Hey, man, sometimes it be like that, but, it's best to, as you know, it's best to be around either someone that's younger, so you can teach them the way, or someone your age. But, yeah, Yeah, we all dated older before, so I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. But you're right on those things. The only thing is, when you date older women, don't let them be your mama. Like, still have that ruling class mentality, and still have and be in charge. You don't let nobody run you. But yeah, we all been there before. Matthew Jamar says LaMelo getting a double double every night. That could happen in the East. If he gets 30 minutes at least, that could happen. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen guaranteed, but that could happen. Sarah Johnson laughing her tail off. We got Corey Turner in the building. Corey Turner says Lonzo just needed someone to really believe in him. He's got the talent, blessings from Youngstown, Ohio. Shout out to Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, Cleveland. Stand up. I got love for the Midwest. Salute to everyone out there. But yeah, man, that's all Lonzo needed. Look at LaMelo Ball. He's on the team in the Hornets that believe in him, a coach that players want to play for, a young team. Lonzo never had that. Lonzo, just like Brandon Ingram, are one of the few number 2 overall picks to never have their team built around them. This dude didn't get no shooters. This dude never got the ball most of the time. And I used to always say, why are you going to draft Lonzo number 2 if you're not going to give him a high usage rate to see how he'll play? This dude will be given an 18% usage rate, and now people talking about he a bust, but he never gets the ball. They got this dude in the corner. So hopefully this all gets rectified. Joe Sakar said, Youngstown, shout out. I'm from Farrell, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Pennsylvania. We respect Pennsylvania. Said Gerald, what a do, family. Man, this chat showing love. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Show that love, man. This is a family, man. YouTube family. Rich Swaby says, even though the Hornets got LaMelo, I think they're 2 players away from being a good playoff team. That could be true. I'm going to tell you why. No one's talking about how improved the West is. And I know a lot of people laugh about Westbrook with Bradley Beal and Westbrook this, but Russell Westbrook in the East is a problem. Russell Westbrook, for some reason, if you look at his practices and how he's playing, he looks so focused. Like, he's really focused. He's really trying to prove a point. A lot of people was talking mad stuff on Russell Westbrook. I'm just watch. Russell Westbrook, there's not too many guards in the East that can slow down Russell Westbrook. Now, Marcus Smart can, a couple of others, but not too many players. Who did it says Farrell, Pennsylvania is the only spot who beat Wilt Chamberlain in high school. Facts. Vortex says Ingram looking built. Yeah, I can't wait, man. VIP in the house. Shout out to VIP. Day one supported. He supported me when I had 50 views. 50 subs, I mean. Vortex says, I hope Graham worked on his mid-range and defense. That's his only weakness. Well, Devontae Graham did say he worked on it in the press conference, and he seemed believable. So I'm going to take his word. And I'm going to take the reporters' words, too. This is what I say. Y'all got to listen to the reporters that are there and stop listening to, I know me and Ricky G are pretty cool with each other, but I disagree with Ricky G at times because he acts like he's right at the practices. So LaMelo has one bad play where he misses a layup that he usually makes, and all hell breaks loose. But they don't talk about the transition dunk or the transition lob or the half-court lob or how he's attacking a basket every time and causing plays for his offense. They don't talk about that. But they talk about that one missed layup, and now they back to, oh, he ain't all that. Please. Vortex says, LOL. People are saying Hayward is washed. Now he got something to prove for sure. Oh, yeah, Hayward going to have a good year. If he's healthy, he's going to have a good year. He doesn't really have to do too much. He just got to just be a good shooter. LaMelo going to find him. Devontae going to find him. He's got guards. He's surrounded. So he's the Hornets are better than what people think they are. I think they want them to be bad. Let's be honest. A lot of people want the Ball brothers in whatever team they play for to fail. It's an agenda. That's all it is. It's an agenda, and they want them to fail. Check it out. They like. I can't really say. I'm gonna get my channel messed up. I'm gonna read it though. Who did it says people love the Watt family and Gronk boys, but hate the Triple Bs. Oh, that's so true, man. That's so true. That's spot on, man. I don't get it. Like they when they hear about the Watt family and the Gronk family, they're like, "Oh man, what a great family! They work so hard. They're the American dream." The Triple Bs, what a horrible family. Loud mouth father, privileged kids, didn't work for anything, aren't smart. But you know what that is, right? I ain't gonna say it, but you know what that is. I'll let y'all figure it out. Super Team VIP says, I hope LaMelo gets 30 minutes. I hope so too. Vortex says, I think Van Gundy believes in Lonzo. He finally gonna shine. Did you see anything new from Zoe? Or if you haven't, no, I'm just going off with the what everybody's saying, man. What the commentators saying, what the reliable sources are telling me. You know, Lonzo had a sore throat, so you see that was holding him back. DZ King in the building. Shout out, King. He said, DJ, my guy. Shout out to DZ King, man. He a real one. A real one. Make sure you subscribe to his channel at DZ King Sports Network TV. Any sub who's a sub of mine should be a sub of his. If you like real, raw content, you go to DZ King. Shout out to you, my brother. Red says Westbrook is an animal. Dude outwork his competition as a guard. Needs to work on the shooting, and he's good, bro. I believe so too. There won't be too many people in the East to outwork Westbrook. I'm telling you that. Good luck with outworking him. Harry Momo says, bless up from Kentucky. Lonzo is a good player, just ended up in a bad situation from bad coaching to injury problems. Man, man, that's the realest thing I heard right there. Do you know that Lonzo Ball has played for two coaches who are below 500? So he pretty much has played for losing coaches. And then the injuries didn't help his career at all. And lack of all season. That's a no-win situation. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Jason Tatum. Injuries, bad coaching, and no offseason can shape your future. Salute to the channel, everyone. Johnny Marquez says the Hornets look like a fun team. Oh, yeah, they do. They're more of a show it more than tell you. News. Shout out to Cookie66. Super Team VIP says Ball Bros already been winning. Yeah, they have. They've been winning for a while. Who did it says my fault family with the language. Oh, it's all good, my brother. Yeah, you know how YouTube is. They trying to censor everything. They don't want a brother keeping it real. He said, "You see my video on what the NBA stand for?" Yeah, I did check that out, man. Go shout out, go subscribe to my brother who did it this time, man. That's only if you're real though, because he doesn't sugarcoat anything. But yeah, the NBA, man, what they're doing, um, I see the jig. The jig is up. They're one of those companies that think they're for our side of black people and they do their own thing. There's always an agenda. That's the reality of the NBA. There's always an agenda. There's always something. It's never anything that's genuine. Red says, "What's your opinion on the Clippers getting Serge Ibaka? I feel Montrez is a better player. Montrez is a better offensive player, but what the Clippers want to do, Serge Ibaka fits that mold. See, I could easily diss on the Clippers. I'm going to be objective. I grew up a Laker fan, so I could have easily been like, oh, the Lakers got the better move. But if you look at Serge Ibaka defensively, he's going to fix everything that was wrong with the Clippers. Because offensively, I think the Clippers got everything they need. But defensively, they need someone that can match the energy of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And yes, a lot of us do not like Paul George, but Paul George is a talented defender. So I'm not going to take that away from the brother. Shara Johnson said, "Come on, y'all. Y'all giving everybody else credit, but not taking account that Zoe hasn't been doing his part he's expected to come up to." Well, I can say this about Lonzo. You're somewhat right. If you look at my earlier videos, I had people that were mad at me. I made videos about Lonzo needing to be assertive. He needs to attack the basket. He needs to be more than a passer. There was people saying that Lonzo doesn't need to score all the time. He's not about stats. But in today's NBA, if you want to get that bag, you better be about stats. That's just the reality. So I'm expecting them to score more. I remember someone said that Lonzo was a perimeter point guard when to refute my claims about he doesn't attack the basketball enough. That doesn't make any sense. There's no such thing as a perimeter guard. You're either a point guard or you're not. I'm not for excuses for Lonzo. I know what he needs to do, just like everybody else know. But what I'm saying is he had bad luck. It happens. Johnny Marquez says, "Who's the biggest threat to the Lakers this year?" Man, whew. That's probably the biggest threat to the Lakers. I still have to go with the Clippers and the Nets. Now, the Nets got to figure it out. I'll tell you one thing about the New Jersey Nets. It all depends on KD. If KD is KD the sniper, he's good. If he's not at least 80% of himself, then it won't be a problem. But it's all up to KD. DJ, who you think will win the MVP this year? Probably Giannis or Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant gonna come out blazing. Shar says PG is not good. He okay before the playoffs. Well, I think Paul George, if you take the bubble away, Paul George is a good defender. It's all about 1-2 with him. It's a mindset. Vortex says Lakers winning again. Book it. Well, they got the best roster. You know, the Lakers could easily win it again, but unless you're the KD Warriors, the Chicago Bulls in the 90s, the Showtime Lakers, and the 86 um, Boston Celtics, one of the few teams in the NBA where you can just predict that they're going to win. I don't want to put the Lakers in that ilk because they only got a big two with depth. You know, they're not like the KD Warriors, which you knew was unstoppable. But the Lakers are the favorite this year. Rich Sway says a healthy KD and a healthy Kyrie is the most unstoppable tandem in the East. People don't realize that, man. And you got, they got a lot of depth. They got a Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, Joe Harris, who's a marksman shooter. And they got that big man, that Allen kid. He comes off the bench. He need to be the starter, but they only got DeAndre Jordan starting because he's the homie. I already know what that is about. But, yeah, in the East, a healthy KD and a healthy Kyrie, good luck stopping them. Harry Momo says Lonzo's a top 10 passer, defender. He can fit in any team. He needs to work on finishing. Do you think he joins his brother in Charlotte? Contract expires. That's a good possibility. I don't rule anything out. But like I said, they already got guards. Unless one guard leaves, it's all up to who comes back and who leaves. They got Terry Rozier under contract. Unless they trade him, I don't see Lonzo going there. And don't forget, Devontae Graham is good. Ramirez says Lonzo will average 15, 7, and 8. Well, that can happen. That's more realistic right there. Who did it this time said, dare I say Dame or Steph winning MVP? Man, I should have brought their names up. That's a good one. Who did it this time? Yeah, that's the dark horse right there. Those two. Especially Steph. If Steph could get his team at least the 4th seed, I'm giving him the MVP. Some people have the Warriors barely making the playoffs. Red says Karis LeVert is crafty with the ball. He's an underrated guard in the league. Yes, he's very underrated. Shard trying to start mess up in the chat. I love it though. Shout out to Shard Johnson. Those stats not going to happen for Zoe. I'll bet on that. Well, if Zoe averages those stats, will you at least admit that you were wrong? I mean, Lonzo did average 12, 7, and 7 on an off year, so in a weird bubble year. So I can't count that out. Lil Brown says trade Rozier for Lonzo. Man, that would be dope. And the one thing about if that were to ever happen, I like Terry Rozier. He's a dog. This is not me trying to trash Terry Rozier anyway. But if the Hornets do make a trade with Lonzo and flip Terry Rozier for Lonzo, that's a great fit. Not because they're brothers, but Lonzo will allow LaMelo to be LaMelo at times. And I'm not saying that Terry Rozier will get in LaMelo's way, because if you're seeing the practices and hearing the interviews, they played well together. The problem is they got too many ball handlers. They got too many people handling the ball. And the good thing with Lonzo, you know, he can make plays even without dribbling the air out of the ball. We'll see what happens, though. But I respect Terry Rozier. Lil Brown says Terry too small. Lonzo 6'7", LaMelo 6'9". Well, Lonzo 6'6" and LaMelo 6'7", but The website says LaMelo 6'8". I don't know if LaMelo just grew overnight, but man, that's a quick growth spurt. But I think LaMelo's 6'7 3/4". Ramirez says reason why Lonzo will explode. Well, the reason will be he's fed up. You know, there's a moment in time in life when a player is fed up. You can only hate for so long for a player to really snap. Not like that, but like just like really get fed up with not performing, not just balling out. So I think he's gonna rise to the occasion. And besides, you can't have LaMelo have a better year than him. You can't have your little brother outperforming you. That must not happen. Red says, do you agree with Westbrook's statement that Pat Bev is an overrated defender? At times, yes. Because Pat Bev is surrounded by great defenders. So what he does is shadow defend. So he doesn't try to foul the person, but he's just an irritant. So he gets on their mind and they'll mess up. He's banking on that. But when he plays against a player who's mentally tough, it does not work. That type of defense doesn't work on Steph or Damian Lillard. I remember when Damian Lillard had 45 on Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley tried to do everything in his power to slow him down, try to talk so much mess. It did not work at all. Ramirez says the reason why Alonzo will explode, contract year, competing with LaMelo, being healthy, new coach. Those are great points. Johnny Marquez says Lonzo is overhated. He gets too much hate. I like that word, overhated. Start using that. DZ King says Lonzo looked locked in his interview. He just wants to play ASAP. He looked serious. I've never seen Lonzo look this serious. He's trying to prove a point. Rich Swavey says to me, I think the Warriors are a 6 seed without Clay and will put up in the first round in the playoffs. But Clay Thompson, they are a 3 seed team that can go up in the Western Finals. Yes, that's true. And before I go, I want to ask you guys, how do y'all like the StreamYard? I think the StreamYard is a lot better than what I've been doing. Y'all let me know before I go. And the next time when I do StreamYard, probably tomorrow, I can invite some of you guests to speak so we can have an open platform, if you don't mind. Shara Johnson got to get the last word. She said, man, stop it. Is Carmelo one of your favorite players? I respect Carmelo. You know, I'm not one of those, like, he's one of the greats, but he's an amazing talent. He could score. I respect the brother, and I hope he does well. Lil Brown says LaMelo will have a better year due to him being in the East, and his usage rate will be higher, but Lonzo will be a better year than he did last year because they traded him for Drew. It's going to have him running the offense. Both those things could be true. So let's say LaMelo really breaks out his rookie year, but Lonzo plays well as in his game too. You can't fault Lonzo if that happens. My thing is if he's not attacking the basket and being assertive, while LaMelo's doing that for the Hornets, it's not going to be a good look. So this is why I don't think that Lonzo is going to slack this year. Very good. Yeah. Ramirez says, do you think Lonzo will sign? We'll see what happens, but we got to see what the season plays out. It's too early to tell. Shar Johnson said, I'm going to try to get on one day. Well, you're more than welcome, sister. You know, everybody got a voice. As long as everybody don't cuss, I'm not trying to take my video down, but yeah, you're more than welcome. Jason Zimmerman says Pat Bev a little pit bull shit don't work against another dog. It does not work against dogs, man. All that little puppy barking he's doing, when he play against real dogs, that's out the window. Lil Brown said, I'm going to get on tomorrow if you're on. You're more than welcome, brother. For those listening, I will have open chats tomorrow. So be aware. Make sure the notifications up. Follow me on Twitter at DJ's Raw Uncut Truth on Twitter. Y'all know whenever I'm live. Harry Momo says Lonzo seemed confident in his interviews. Dude said he knows he could be a triple-double machine, and that's what he's chasing. Yeah, I've never seen Lonzo that confident in my life. When a guy like him says he can average a triple-double every game, that's telling you something. So anybody that's saying that Lonzo Ball is not taking this serious is delusional. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. When is the last time you seen Lonzo be this confident? Don't worry, I'll wait. You never seen it before. Lil Brown says, do you think about star athletes in high school could go to HBCUs? It depends on how HBCUs doing. Look what Deion Sanders doing. Deion Sanders has transfers, people with Power 5 schools going to Jackson State. It cannot be a situation like Howard. Howard had one person going there, Makir Maker, and it's not working out. They're 0-4. Here's the thing. If one star player is going to a HBCU, you need a couple of more dogs to go with them. You cannot allow these brothers to go to HBCUs alone. They got to have talent around them. It's the only way. And if Jackson State has a winning record, it's going to show you that Deion's way worked. Sarah Johnson says, I feel you on cussing. That's all some people do. It's like they go live and cuss each other out. Yeah, we definitely not going to have that type of channel, just having a cussing match. This is a knowledgeable channel. This is a channel about sports and knowledge. Johnny Marquez says, I think Lonzo is going to be the front runner and most improved player. For Lonzo to get that award, not only they got to have stats, but he at least got to take the Pelicans to the 8th seed, at least. But that's all I'm going to say. Tune in to my live stream tomorrow morning. I'm going to have a preview link in a couple minutes. And hope to see you all soon. All praise to the Most High. Shout out to everybody. I'm going to read one more thing. Lil Brown says, what do you think about Master P doing what LeVar did with his sons? Genius. Don't forget, Master P was one of the few people to not hate on LeVar. Yeah, he gave his opinions of what LeVar should do, but that's for someone that should know what they should do. That's different. Everybody gives advice. Even I give an advice saying, well, I think LeVar should do this. So I think it's a great thing that Master P is doing the same thing that LeVar is doing, selling those Miatis. The youngest son looks like the most talented. I think the Mercy Miller, not Hersey, but Mercy. I think Mercy Miller may be an All-American when he gets older. He's 6'4" already. He's a dead-eye shooter, and he's a freshman. Hersey Miller he's going to be a good college player. But I can't wait to see how they develop. Shara Johnson said, what time? I'm doing live stream 8 a.m. Pacific time. Write that down. 8 a.m. Pacific time. I'm doing live stream. 8 a.m. Pacific time for everyone that's listening. So have a good day, everyone. Check you guys tomorrow. Peace.